a few hexagons covered in paper, you can now start sewing together. The way to sew them together is to hold two hexagons of the colours that you wish to sew together like this. Front to front, like this. You sew from the very corner using matching thread. Do not use your tacking cotton, use the best thread that you can get. 2 little stitches to secure. Just follow along until the end. The smaller your stitches, the finer your work will be. Very shortly I will be joining another hexagon to these 2 hexagons. I'm not going to end my thread, I'm not going to cast off, I'm going to go immediately onto the next hexagon. I do 2 little stitches there in the corner. I'm going to open it up. I'm ready now to start my 3rd hexagon. Now, instead of breaking the thread, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start sewing from here. As you can see, there is a piece of thread there which is not broken, and I'm going to start sewing in the corner, 2 little stitches, and I'm actually sewing over the thread that's been taken up to that corner. Again, the smaller the stitches, the finer your work will be. When you're joining 2 hexagons together of contrasting colours, for example, if you're sewing black and white together, you would use the darker colour to match, darker colour thread to match the fabric. For example, you would use black thread to sew a black and a white hexagon together. Right, I'm going to open it up, start again. This is going to be a very quick demonstration. Smaller your stitches, finer your work will be. It's very relaxing. It's a good idea to prepare as many hexagons as you can before you actually start sewing together. Right, I'm shortly going to show you a piece of work that has been completed. To finish off your work, 2 little stitches like that, all done. I can either sew again or sew another hexagon. If I was going to sew another hexagon, I would probably put it on like that there. Now, here is a piece, a larger piece. Here I have been sewing my hexagons in strips. It's much easier to sew from here to here to here to here and then sew along here in one row. It's much easier to do it that way. You can see on the back here how your work should look. I actually created this piece quite a few years ago. Papers are still in it. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with this piece. You can also pay attention to using striped fabrics. As you can see, the effect can be quite stunning. There we go. The piece in the foreground here is called the Happiness Quilt. You'll see images of this on my website. I will be adding more demonstrations to YouTube shortly. Thank you.